The state-owned company INESA mainly deals in high-tech sectors including cloud computing and electronics manufacturing. The company hired professional managers from the private sector to run some of its operations shortly after the government introduced a guideline for the country's SOE reforms.
Most of the managers who came from the private sector hold shares in our company. We also have a valuation adjustment mechanism for some of the teams. One unit manager has promised to double turnover for his unit this year, and another 50% increase on top of that for next year.
INESA is just one of at least a dozen SOEs in Shanghai that have started reform programs this year. After a series of mergers, acquisitions, and public listings, the profits of all Shanghai government SOEs reached 58.8 billion yuan in the first half of the year, an increase of over 12% from the same period last year. One industry observer says the key for SOE reform in the next 5 years is to be able to help with China's slowing economy.
The 13th five-year plan is a midterm plan, but we have a short-term target, which is to steer the economy out of a slowing track. Still, we also have to prepare a long-term economic plan that will depend on companies with the energy to revive the economy. State-owned companies need to improve their internal management structure and also beef up their external competitiveness. I think these reforms will advance further in the 13th five-year period.
Yang thinks the major reform sectors will be in high-tech and manufacturing because they are so important to boosting China's ability to compete globally. However, one analyst says more motivation is needed for companies to step up their reforms.
So far, the motivation for SOEs to reform is still relatively small, because there will be some risks if we push the reforms on a larger scale too fast. We can see that companies and local officials are very cautious about how they are going about it. I think we should have more specific mechanisms for rewards and punishments. Those who don't do anything or who do little to help improve their company's performance should be penalized. I think that will help accelerate the reform process.
China has about 150,000 state-owned enterprises, which hold over 100 trillion yuan in assets and employ more than 30 million people. Mi Jiayi, ICS for CCTV, Shanghai.